When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Well, you're a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goil.
Ashene Pankasa. Goil, good energy.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Yes, Christopher. You're right.
Harry Vita.
You're right. Yes, Priscilla.
NH3.
You're right.
It was exciting getting all the points in the last round to catch up.
No school is too little to be bullied.
Yes, Wanda.
Operation.
You are right.
The National Science and Maths Quiz is the longest-running independent production on television. It's the one program that brings education authorities, teachers, allied staff, students, old students associations, and parents together in support of science education at the senior high school rank of the education ladder. The objectives of the National Science and Maths Quiz are to promote the study of the sciences and mathematics, to help senior high school students develop quick thinking skills and a probing and scientific mind about things around them, to promote healthy academic rivalry between senior high schools, to a lesser degree, keep old students still interested in their schools and encourage them to offer help to their alma mater, to inculcate a degree of science culture in the Ghanaian society for all to see science as a way of life. Let's take a walk down memory lane and see how far we have come in 25 years. The idea was not proposed at a national science fair or conference, but rather on the tennis court of the University of Ghana, Legon, where Mr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu, then managing director of Primetime, was at the court to play the game after his own heart with his playmate, the late Ebenezer Kweku Awotwe, professor of animal science. Mr. Mensah Bonsu was curious as to why birds could stand on a live electric wire without getting electrocuted, but human beings could not do so. From Professor Kweku Awotwe's explanation, Mr. Mensah Bonsu got the idea of a quiz program focused on scientific explanations behind everyday phenomena, in addition to the topics from the regular science curriculum for senior high schools. Thus, it all began 25 years ago, in April 1993. Since then, the National Science and Maths Quiz NSMQ has seen 22 exciting editions.
Selecting the quiz mistress and the gender was entirely my decision. So one Saturday evening after tennis, we were sitting in Commonwealth Hall senior common room, and then Marianne was there. So I just said, he said, you talk to Marianne. Have you spoken? I said, no, I'm going to talk to her. So I talked to Marianne. Then Dr. Marianne Addy, later Professor Marianne Addy. I told her about the program and that I needed a quiz mistress. I wanted a quiz mistress. And she said, but why me? I said, you, because you are a female scientist with a PhD. Can you imagine the impact that this would have on the children, especially the girls? That I want you to be the quiz mistress whether you like it or not. In fact, I've selected you as a quiz mistress. And she had a good laugh. I said, okay, I'll do it. And then when Marianne was leaving the program after 7 years, and this she recommended Eureka MFA Adumako. And the first time I met her, I said, well, of course, if you're called Eureka, that's a name that came out of mathematics. So then, you are a quiz mistress. I met Dr. Kaufman at a program. So asked me.
Welcome to the 2018 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. We are in the semi-finals. What this means is that we are still in the money zone. The money zone is sponsored by GCB Bank. What this means is that GCB Bank is going to provide for every point earned 10 Ghana cedis. That means all schools represented here today are going to leave with something, unless, of course, they earn a negative score, which I doubt very much. So, at the end of the contest, we will calculate a total amount for the 3 contestants for each team and the 1 teacher, and they will take that away. Thank you, GCB Bank. All right, so this is the last of the semi-final contests. And the contest features West Africa Senior High School, KROBO Girls Senior High School, and our reigning champions, PREMPEH College. Let's meet the contestants. PREMPEH College. PREMPEH College is represented by... You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Yeah, fine.
You're fine.
Yes.
What does it feel like to be in the semifinals?
It feels very great and exciting. But as usual, as we've always been saying, we are just going to use this as a platform to glorify God.
I see. All right. I have one more question. What do you think about our competition this year?
It's been very exciting. We are just taking note of all things that's been happening, and we think it's very good this year.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Expectations. I'm going away, but expectations.
Expect that our end be God's glory.
All right. Best wishes to you. KROBO Girls Senior High School. KROBO Girls Senior High School is represented by
Obin Opoko Ajimai, my final year. Harriet Fiako, final year.
You are welcome, ladies.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Wonderful. Semi-finals. What does that feel like?
Madam, it's too great to be true. Like, we are very happy, we are overwhelmed, and we thank God for how far He has brought us. We thank God.
All right, good. I've been asking about the competition this year. How do you find it?
It's been tough, but exciting.
All right, thank you for that. So the expectations for this particular contest?
We will do our best as usual, and the heavens know how we'll get there.
Okay, best wishes to you. West Africa Senior High School. West Africa Senior High School is represented by
Tadu Abdul Hamid, final year.
Akosa in the final year.
You are welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you?
We are fine.
Good. You are in the semi-finals.
Yes.
What does that feel like? You can talk about your whole journey here if you like.
It makes us know how God has been good to us. Yes.
That's it?
Yes.
And what do you think about the competition this year? You were here last year, so you have something to compare to. What do you think?
Yeah, the competition this year it is much more competitive than last year's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and more exciting.
So you're enjoying it?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Expectation for today's contest.
We expect that our God of the past ages will be the God for the moment to come.
All right. Best wishes to you. So we've met the contestants. Everybody is here to win. Grand finale is not something you take lightly. So everyone is going to do their best. Before I sit down, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB, Accra College of Medicine, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana, and SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by GOL, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a primetime production. My name is Elsie Kaufman. I'm your quiz mistress. Contestants, the contest as usual comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 1 bonus point. If it's incorrect, there's a penalty, 1 point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm going to start with you, PREMPEH College. First set of questions will require about 10 seconds of your time, by the way. So your question, PREMPEH College. Why does soil fertility reduce during intensive agriculture? Yes, Bafuwa.
This is because in intense agriculture, more crops are cultivated, meaning there's high pressure on the soil nutrients. Since more crops means they are going to take up more nutrients from the soil. And since more excess nutrients are going to be taken up, there will be few nutrients left, and this will result in low soil fertility.
Okay. West Africa Senior High School. The species diversity of plants, about 22%, is much less than that of animals, which is about 72%. What could be the explanation to how animals achieved greater diversification? Yes, Ahne.
Animals achieve more diversification by producing more offsprings. Since animals are better reproducers, that is, the barriers of reproduction in animals is less than that in plants, where in plants there's a requirement of pollination to effect reproduction, which might not occur due to some barriers. But in animals, they're able to reproduce easily.
No, for bonus. Okay. So the animals have higher species diversity than the species diversity of plants because they are mobile. They move from place to place. So they are able to spread much easier, right? So they move to different habitats and ecosystems and develop the species diversity there. They move, that's all. All right, KROBO girls. Explain how removal of decomposers from an ecosystem will adversely affect the functioning of the ecosystem. Yes, Jemima.
Okay, decomposers help in the rapid disintegration of organic matter to produce nutrients in the soil. So if there is a reduction in decomposers, the amount of nutrients that will be produced in the soil will reduce. Hence, there will be less fertility of the soil. And then
I'm not going to accept that for a bonus. Okay, so the decomposers break down organic remains by secreting extracellular digestive enzymes, right? They are also known as mineralizers, as they release minerals that are trapped in organic remains. So they release these minerals. In the absence of these decomposers, the flow of minerals will stop. That is what happens. All right, next set. 30 seconds, and I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. 2 equal frequency waves, each of amplitude A, are superposed. Find the amplitude of the resultant wave for the given phase difference phi between the waves. Please, did you get your preamble? Again. 2 equal frequency waves, each of amplitude A, are superposed. Find the amplitude of the resultant wave for the given phase difference phi between the waves. All right. So for you, PREMPEH College, phi is equal to pi over 6. Yes, Bafuwa.
Madam, the resultant will be A root 3.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer, A multiplied by the square root of the expression 2 plus root 3. West Africa, phi is equal to pi over 3. Yes, Ahine.
The resultant amplitude is A root 3.
Yes. KROBO girls, with the same preamble, for you, phi is equal to pi over 4. Yes, Jemima.
A square root of 2 plus root 2.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds. State the most important factor that may determine the establishment of an aluminium extraction and purification industry at a place. Bafwewa.
The most important factor is the availability of power or electricity.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 out of 3. It can be available, but if it is expensive, that is still a problem. So it has to be cheap electrical power. West Africa. What normally determines the method for the reduction of the oxidized metal in its ore into the metal? Sahine.
The stability of the ore and its the ease of the oxide of the ore to be reduced.
I'm not going to accept that. For a bonus. The position of the metal in the electrochemical series. That's it. KROBO girls. Why is the extraction or purification of aluminum by electrolysis of the aqueous solution of Al3+ not feasible? Yes, Harriet.
Madam, this is because aluminum melts at the temperature in which it is electrolyzed. So it has other materials such as the AlF3 has to be added to reduce, or the cryolite has to be added.
No, for a bonus. Okay. So Al3+ has very low reduction potential, and H+ in solution or H2O will be preferentially reduced. Either one of those would have been fine. Next 30 seconds, and I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Find the values of A and B if the points P and Q lie on the given line. Did you get the preamble? Good. All right. So y is equal to 2x plus 5, and P has coordinates 3a, and Q has coordinates b plus 2. Yes, Apia.
Madam, A is 11 and B is -3.
Yes. West Africa. Y is equal to 2 minus X, and P has coordinates A plus 5, while Q has coordinates B, 4. Sahine.
A is equal to -3/2, and B is equal to -2.
Yes. Y is equal to X plus 2, and P has coordinates 2A, 3A, while Q has coordinates B, 6. Jemima.
A is equal to 2 and D is equal to 8.
No, I'm giving you 2 out of 3. A is equal to 2, B is 4. Next set, 10 seconds. What is the function of a synovial joint? Yes, Bafua.
The synovial joint joins two bones together, and it provides movement in several planes of the bone, two bones joining the two bones forming the joint, since it has lubricating synovial fluid. So it's specifically for the movement of the bones, making up the joint in several planes.
I'll give you 1. Okay, so listen. It functions to absorb shock, reduce friction during movement, and allow free rotation. I gave you the point for the free rotation. All right. West Africa. A synovial joint can undergo an event called dislocation when the bones become misaligned. However, the bones can usually be forced back into place. Why is this possible? Yes, Sahine.
This is because the synovial joint contains the synovial fluid, which is a lubricant, and this lubricant is able to, it is slippery. So the layers of the fluid can slide by each other. Therefore, the bones can easily be moved back into their normal position.
I'm not accepting that for bonus. Okay, so synovial joints connect bones without firmly connecting their ends, so they are not fixed. This creates a situation in which the cartilage and fibrous capsule can move and stretch. So they move relative to each other. They have capability of stretching and moving. When the bones are dislocated, they are displaced from the proper position they rest in, and you can force them back into that original position. KROBO girls. Why should evolution favor a synovial joint over a more fibrous and fixed joint? Yes, Harriet.
This is because the synovial joint is more movable and it's frictionless. But with the stiff fiber, it can't move when it's like it has no chance of moving. So its probability of surviving is very low.
No, I can't accept that. For bonus. All right. So there is an increased range of motion at the synovial joint. And evolution favors different joints in different places in different animals due to the different functions they can take on in their environment. So the ability to perform different functions, that is why it is favorable. All right, next set, 30 seconds, and I have a preamble to all schools. Several objects roll from rest without slipping down an inclined plane. Find the angular speed of the given object at the bottom of the inclined plane when released from the given height on the plane. Did you get your preamble? Again. Several objects roll from rest without slipping down an inclined plane. Find the angular speed of the given object at the bottom of the inclined plane when released from the given height on the plane. PREMPEH College. A solid sphere of radius 0.20 meters from a height of 0.28 meters. Bafuwa.
Madam, the angular speed is 10 radians per second.
You are right. A solid cylinder of radius 0.80 meters from of 1.2 meters. Sahne.
5.0 rad per second.
You're right. A solid sphere of radius 0.40 meters from a height of 7.0 meters. Yes, Jemima?
3.5 rad per second.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you? Abdul?
25 rad per second.
Yes. For the next set, it's actually a single question to all three schools. To take about 10 seconds of time. When I come to your school, please give me a right answer so that I can move on for the next right but different answer. All right? So this is the question. Butane can be converted into isobutene or 2-methylpropane in a reversible process whose equilibrium constant, Kc, is 2.5 at 30 degrees Celsius. The enthalpies of formation of butane and isobutane are negative 125.2 kilojoule per mole and negative 130.2 kilojoule per mole, respectively. Each school is to give only one method of optimizing the yield of isobutane in this conversion. So first choice, PREMPEH College. Yes, Apia.
Madam, by decreasing temperature.
Yes. West Africa. Yes, Abdul.
Increasing the concentration of the butane.
Pardon?
Increasing the concentration of butane.
Do what?
Increasing the concentration of
Increasing?
butane. Yes.
Okay. KROBO girls. Yes, go ahead, Jemima.
By the addition of a suitable catalyst.
No. The last one that was left was to remove isobutane from the mixture as it is formed. That's the last one. Next 30 seconds, and I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Solve the logarithmic equation for x. That's the preamble. PREMPEH College. Log to the base 2 of the expression x plus 1 plus log to the base 2 of the expression x minus 1 is equal to 3. Yes, Apia.
X equals 3.
Yes. Log to the base 4 of the expression x plus 3 plus log to the base 4 of the expression x minus 3 is equal to 2. Sahine.
X is equal to 5.
Yes. Log to the base 5 of the expression x plus 4 minus log to the base 5 of the expression x minus 4 is equal to 1. Yes, Harriet.
We have x is equal to 6.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds, and I have a short preamble. The preamble is explain the following. Explain the following. PREMPEH College, bioaccumulation. Bafuwa.
Madam, bioaccumulation is the phenomenon whereby organic matter, usually in the form of nutrients, accumulates as one moves down a food chain. So the accumulation of organic matter or biomass in a food chain.
No, I can't accept that for a bonus. All right. So bioaccumulation is when a substance builds up in the body because the body doesn't have the proper mechanisms to remove it. So many synthetic pesticides are not able to be broken down. Once they enter the body of an organism, they are permanently stored in the body tissue. That is bioaccumulation. All right, West Africa with the same preamble. Phytoremediation. Yes, Abdul.
Madam, please, phytoremediation is a technique for reducing the pollution of the environment, for reducing the pollution of the environment and also for carrying out other biochemical processes which using plants.
Okay. With the same preamble, biological magnification, also known as biomagnification. Yes, which of you, please? Bafuwa.
Biological magnification is a process whereby waste products or toxic accumulates as one moves down a biological food chain. This due to the fact that the organisms in the food chain cannot remove the toxic products, and so they accumulate as one moves down the food chain.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds with the preamble. This is the preamble. The allowed energies of a particle of mass m confined to a square of side A by infinitely high potential walls is given by E subscript nx ny equals pi squared h bar squared multiplied by the expression nx squared plus ny squared over 2ma squared, where nx and ny are quantum numbers which separately can have values of 1, 2, 3, and so on. Did you get your preamble? Okay, so the preamble again. The allowed energies of a particle of mass m confined to a square of side A by infinitely high potential walls is given by E subscript nx ny equals pi squared h bar squared multiplied by the expression nx squared plus ny squared over 2ma squared, where nx and ny are quantum numbers which separately can have values of 1, 2, 3, and so on. All right, so now, PREMPEH College, find the energy separation between the ground state and the first excited state. Yes, Bafuwa.
The energy separation is 5.5 by 10 to the negative 67 over 2ma squared.
No, I'm not accepting that. For a bonus. The right answer, 3 pi squared h bar squared over 2ma squared. All right. With the same preamble, West Africa. Find the energy of the second excited state. Yes, Abdul.
Madam, please. 9 pi squared h bar squared all over ma squared.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 4 pi squared h bar squared over ma squared. All right. With the same preamble, KROBO girls, find the energy separation between the third excited state and the second excited state. Yes, Harriet.
Okay,
Go ahead.
We have 25 pi squared h bar squared all over 2ma squared.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is pi squared h bar squared over ma squared. Next set, 30 seconds. PREMPEH College. 500 centimeter cubed of an insecticide solution contains 2.5 grams of the active compound. What is the concentration in parts per million, ppm? Up here.
Madam, 5,000 parts per million.
Yes. $50 centimeter cubed of a 0.820 mole per decimeter cube solution of CuSO4 are diluted to 250 centimeter cubed. If 10 centimeter cubed of the solution are further diluted to 100 centimeter cubed, what is the new concentration of the solution with respect to copper 2+ ions? Please give your answer to 3 significant figures. Sahini.
0.0164 mole per dm cube.
You're right. KROBO girls. $200 centimeter cubed of a 0.30 mole per decimeter cube solution of CuSO4 are added to 100 centimeter cubed of 0.25 mole per decimeter cubed of Na2SO4 solution, and the two solutions thoroughly mixed. Calculate the concentration of SO42- ions in mole per decimeter cubed in the mixed solution. Please give your answer to 3 places of decimal. Yes, Harriet.
Okay, we have 0.0. We have 0.0227 mole per dm cube.
That's incorrect. Go ahead, but I'll warn you later. Go ahead.
Madam, the concentration is 0.283 mole per dm cube.
Yes. I was still trying to listen to her. If you do it again, penalty. Last set of questions with a preamble. Find an equation of variation given that PREMPEH College. Y varies jointly as X and Z and inversely as W squared. And Y is equal to 12 over 5 when X is equal to 4, Z is equal to 1, and W is equal to 5. Bafuwa.
Y equals 15xz on W squared.
Yes. Y varies directly as X and inversely as the product of Z and W. And Y is equal to 10 when X is equal to 20, Z is equal to 5, and W is equal to 2. Sahne.
Y is equal to 5x over ZW.
Yes. Last question. Y varies jointly as X and Z and inversely as the product of P and W. And Y is equal to 2 when X is equal to 5, Z is equal to 2, W is equal to 7, and P is equal to 5. Yes, Jemima.
Y is equal to 7xz all over PW.
Yes. And that's the end of the first round.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Goal, you're champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goal.
Ashene Pankasa. Goil, good energy.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener.
Involving explaining phytoremediation. The question went to West Africa Senior High School. They explained that you use plants to deal with environmental problems. And I gave them full mark. I have been made to understand that I had to have mentioned soil. Environmental problems related to the soil, specifically soil, and they didn't mention soil. So I'm giving them 1 out of 3 instead of the full 3. At the end of the first round, KROBO Girls Senior High School has 11 points. West Africa Senior High School has 23 points. PREMPEH College has 26 points. Four more rounds to go. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools at the same time. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, PREMPEH College? Thank you. Yours, KROBO Girls. Thank you. And yours, West Africa. Thank you. If you answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. But be careful, because if you attempt to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, you lose a precious point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds. Best wishes, everyone. First question, 10 seconds. Why is a Darson valve galvanometer critically damped? To achieve a steady deflection in the shortest time. Next one, 30 seconds. Determine the internal energy of an ideal gas containing 5.0 times 10 to the power 25 monoatomic molecules in a vessel of volume 2.0 meter cubed at a pressure of 1.0 times 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Yes, Abdul.
3.0 times 10 to the power 5 joules.
You're right. Next one. One of the ways in which nitrogen-13, a positron emitter, may be obtained for use in PET is by bombarding suitable atoms with protons. Give the equation for the reaction involved, indicating the mass number, the atomic number, and the identity of each nuclide involved. Yes, Bafwewa.
The equation is nitrogen 13 with atomic number 7 plus a proton with atomic number 1 and mass number 1 moving into a positron with atomic number 1 and a mass number 0 and nitrogen 14 with atomic number 7.
No, that's incorrect. Okay, so this is it. Hydrogen 1, atomic number 1, plus oxygen 16, atomic number 8, going to nitrogen 13, atomic number 7, plus helium 4, atomic number 2. Next set, 10 seconds each. Walking fen may refer to two species of ferns. Why are they called walking ferns? Okay, so the name walking fern is derived from the fact that new plantlets grow wherever the bending leaves of the parent touch the ground, creating a walking effect. This helps in the spread of the fern over a large soil surface, and that's the name walking fern. Next one. What is the function of the tail plate and tail fibers of bacteriophage? Okay, so the tail plate and the caudal fibers of the bacteriophage anchor the phage virion to host cell wall at a specific site. All right, next one. A senior high school student looking at stained nuclei of cells under a microscope noticed that some nuclei appear uniformly colored while others appear almost empty, with most of the colored nuclei clumped together in the middle of the cells. What is happening to the cells? Yes, which of you? Sahine.
the colored nuclei is undergoing mitosis, whilst the uncolored one is in interphase.
I'm not accepting that. Who rang next? Yes, Apia.
Madam, the colored nuclei, they are preparing for cell division. And so the chromatids in the nuclei have contracted.
I'm not accepting it. So a general response was required, not specifically to talk about the colored nuclei. The cells are simply dividing. They are dividing. Next set, 30 seconds. 30 seconds each. Find the least value of the expression x squared minus x plus 1, and also give the corresponding value of x. Yes, which of you? Abdul.
The least value of x is 3 on 4, and the corresponding value, the least value of the function you give me is 3 on 4, and then the value of x for which this one occurs is half.
Yes. Next one. Find the median and the range of the numbers. 18, 20, 25, 13, 17, 21, 25. Yes, which of you please raise your hand for me? Yes, Ahine.
The median is 19, and the range is 12.
I can't accept it. Yes, Jemima.
The median is 20, and the range is 13 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 25.
No. Yes, Apia.
The median is 20, and the range is 12.
Yes. Evaluate. $75.7 squared minus 24.3 squared all over the expression 75.7 minus 24.3. Yes, Abdul.
100.
Yes. Next question. 30 seconds. A weighed mass of anhydrous Na2CO3 is dissolved in a minimum volume of deionized water. This solution requires 18.0 centimeter cubed of 0.40 mole per decimeter cubed HCl solution in a volumetric analysis that uses phenolphthalein as indicator. Calculate the mass of Na2CO3 weighed and give your answer to 3 places of decimal. Molar mass of Na2CO3 is 106.0. Yes, which of you, please? Bafowa.
The mass is 763.2 grams.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 0.763 grams. Next one, 30 seconds. You are required to prepare a 1.0 decimeter cube solution that is 0.10 mole per decimeter cubed with respect to copper 2+ ions. You have a choice between CuSO4 pentahydrate and CuNO3 subscript 2 trihydrate. Which of the 2 salts will involve the use of less of mass of salt, and by how much? Atomic mass for copper is 63. That for sulfur is 32, and for oxygen is 16.0. For nitrogen, it's 14.0. Hydrogen is 1.0. Yes, Abdul.
Madam, please, it will be CuNO32.3H2O, and it is by 0.08 grams.
Oh, no. This will hurt. Yes, it's the CuNO3.3H2O. And the mass is 0.8 grams, not 0.8. Last question, 10 seconds. What is the difference between corrosion and rusting? Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Corrosion is the wearing away of the surface of any metal, any reactive metal, in the presence of oxygen and water or moisture, whilst rusting restricts the definition to specifically iron, so the wearing away of the surface of iron in the presence of oxygen gas and water.
Okay. That's the end of the second round. Keep them covered until I ask you to turn over, and don't begin until I ask you to. At the end of the second round, KROBO Girls Senior High School has 10 points. PREMPEH College has 27 points. West Africa Senior High School has 29 points. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 3 minutes to present an answer to the problem of the day. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Please put your pens down. Let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. Name all the possible isomeric pentanols, butanols, and propanols with the molecular formula C5H12O. Indicate those that are position isomers. Also identify 1 pentanol and 1 butanol that have at least 1 chiral carbon. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. please stop writing and present your answers. Thank you. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the board as you have them here, please. Exactly like this. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. This is a problem in chemistry. Contestants were to name all the possible isomeric pentanols, butanols, and propanols with the molecular formula C5H12O. They were to indicate those that are position isomers and also identify one pentanol and one butanol that have at least one chiral carbon. All right, this is the suggested solution. So it's best to organize them. That way it's clear. So let's start with the pentanols. There are 3 of them. 1 pentanol or pentan-1-ol. 2 pentanol or pentan-2-ol. 3 pentanol or pentan-3-ol. Each of them worth 1 point, so 3 points. Now the butanols. There are 4 of them. 2-methyl-1-butanol or 2-methyl-butan-1-ol. 3-methyl-1-butanol or 3-methyl-butan-1-ol. 3-methyl-2-butanol or 3-methyl-butan-2-ol. 2-methyl-2-butanol or 2-methyl-butan-2-ol. Since there are 4 of them, 4 more points. Then the propanols. There's only 1 propanol. And that is 2,2-dimethyl-1-propanol or 2,2-dimethyl-propan-1-ol. 1 point. So far we have 8 points. Then there are 3 things left to do. So I decided that the position isomers, that is just goodwill, because if you've organized them, you know them anyway. So it's just goodwill, no points for that. But the position isomers, the first set is the pentanols. They are all position isomers. And then the second set is the butanols. They are also position isomers. So I wasn't giving any mark for this, just goodwill. Now the pentanol with a chiral carbon, that would be 2 pentanol or pentan-2-ol. 1 point. And then the butanol with the chiral carbon, that would be 2-methyl-butan-1-ol or 3-methyl-butan-2-ol. Yes, so that was also 1 point, giving a total of 8 points. Now let's see what the contestants did. West Africa. You went for the difficult ones first. And so you have the butanols. You have the first one. Actually, I should have numbered them so that I just use the numbers. The order in which I presented them. You had the first one, the second one, and the third one. Then for the propanol, you had the 1 propanol. And that was the end of your success. So you have 4 out of 10. All right, KROBO girls. You have the pentanols, right? All 3 of them. Then you have 2 of the butanols. You have 2 of the butanols, the last 2 that I mentioned. You have those 2 right. And then you have the propanol right. So that gives you 6 out of 10. PREMPEH College. So you have the 3 pentanols, that's 3. You have the 4 butanols. When it came to the propanol, I don't know what confusion you had there. Whether 2 or 1, so I can't give that to you. It's too confusing. All right. And then the chiral, the pentanol with the chiral carbon, you had that right. You didn't get the one. You didn't get the butanol with the chiral carbon. So in all, you have 8 out of 10. end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Please pick up your notepads. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you're right, 2 points. If you're incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case the statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 2 full points. If it's incorrect, there's a penalty, 1 point. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm starting with you this time, West Africa. But before I come to you, I have a preamble to all schools. So preamble for this first set, preamble. The diameter of a solid sphere is D. That's the preamble. All right, so now, West Africa. The surface area of the sphere is given by S equals pi d squared. Sahine?
True.
Yes. KROBO girls. The volume of the sphere is given by V equals 2 pi d cubed over 3. Harriet?
False.
Yes. The cross-sectional area of a hemisphere of the sphere is A equals pi d squared over 2. Apia?
True.
No, that's a false statement. Carbon-carbon bonds cannot be oxidized. Sahine?
False.
Yes. Any hydrocarbon with the general formula CnH2n will always react with hydrogen in the presence of palladium or nickel. Jemima?
False.
Yes. The acronym DDT stands for dichloro-diphenyl trichloromethane. Yes, Apia?
False.
Yes. Copepods lack a circulatory system and gills. Instead, oxygen is absorbed directly via the skin. Sahine?
False.
No, that's a true statement. Most Most coffee pods contain one centrally located compound eye. However, some species lack an eye. Yes, Jemima?
True.
Yes. Copepods possess specialized thoracic appendages called maxillipeds that are used for feeding. Up here?
True.
Yes. The numerical aperture of a step index optical fiber equals the difference between the claddon and core refractive indices. Yes, Sahine?
False.
Yes. The numerical aperture of a step index optical fiber equals the average of the claddon and core refractive indices. Jemima?
True.
No, that's a false statement. The greater the numerical aperture of a step index optical fiber, the greater the maximum angle of incidence for light guided by the core. Yes, Apia?
True.
Yes. For the next set, I have a short preamble. Preamble. X is a real number. That's the preamble. So, West Africa. If x squared is greater than 4, then x is greater than 2. Yes, Sahine?
False.
Yes. If x cubed is less than negative 27, then x is less than negative 3. Jemima?
False. False.
That's a true statement, unfortunately. If x squared is less than negative 3, then x is greater than negative 3. Yes, Apia?
False.
No, that's a true statement. Silica is a giant molecule in which silicon-oxygen-silicon bonds are all covalent. Yes, Sahine?
True.
Yes. Aluminium oxide and silicon oxide are both amphoteric. Yes, Jemima?
False.
Yes. Catalysts perform their functions without undergoing any chemical change. Apia?
True.
Yes. Next set, I have a preamble to all schools. State whether these statements are true or false about the hurdles to human cloning. Did you get the preamble? State whether these statements are true or false about the hurdles to human cloning. So, West Africa, there are no individuals ready to be cloned. Sahine?
False.
Yes. There are legal and ethical issues involved in the process. Yes, Jemima? True. Yes. A low percentage of the nuclear transfers result in non-viable organisms. Apia?
True.
No. Last set. Last set of statements. And I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. In an experiment to investigate Coulomb's law, two identical insulated spheres are suspended close to each other, and each is given the same charge Q. That's the preamble. I hope you got it. You got it. Your partner got it. Now, West Africa. If the charge on each sphere is doubled, the repulsive force on each of them doubles. Sahine?
False.
You're right. If the separation between the spheres is halved, the repulsive force on each of them quadruples. Jemima?
True. True.
Yes. Last statement. The repulsive force on each sphere is proportional to the common charge Q on each of them. Apia?
False.
Yes. That's the end of the fourth round. At the end of the fourth round, KROBO Girls Senior High School has 26 points. PREMPEH College has 42 points. West Africa Senior High School has 46 points. Fifth and final round. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. For an opportunity to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, PREMPEH College? Thank you. Yours, KROBO Girls. Thank you. Yours, West Africa. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. There are 4 riddles. Best wishes, everyone. I am an inorganic compound despite the fact that my complex anion has some covalent bonds. My complex anion bears a negative charge of 1. Whether in my solid state or as an aqueous solution, I am sensitive to heat and it destroys me. During my exposure to heat, I blow out a colorless, non-poisonous gas. My cation is derived from the second metal of group 1 of the periodic table. Because I blow out a gas when exposed to heat, I am added to dough that has to be fried or baked. Yes, Sahine.
Sodium bicarbonate.
Yes? Yes. But you people, you are young men. I thought you like the systematic names. Anyway, that's also, it's still sodium bicarbonate. All right. I read all the clues. 3 points. Next one. I am a physical constant that imposes restrictions on certain phenomena. I am relatively large, which makes casual observation to mistake me for an infinite quantity. I am a speed, and the largest of any speed. Yes, Abdul.
Speed of light in vacuum.
You are right. The rest of the clues. The rest of the clues. No object with mass can have speed as high as me. And no object that moves as fast as me has a rest frame. And yes, it's the speed of light in vacuum. They solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points. Next one. piece of very simple aquatic research equipment. I am believed to have been developed by a British military surgeon, marine biologist, zoologist, botanist, and published naturalist. My second recorded use was by Charles Darwin during the Beagle Survey voyage. I consist of a towing line and bridles, nylon mesh net, and a cord end. I am considered one of the oldest, simplest, and inexpensive methods of sampling planktons in standing bodies of water. I allow researchers to analyze plankton both quantitatively, that is cell density, cell colony, or biomass, and qualitatively. So who am I? Sahine.
Bait.
No. Yes. Jemima.
A net.
No, that's not enough. Yes, Apia.
Plankton nets.
Yes, it's a plankton net. I read all the clues, 3 points. Last one. I am a central point to a triangle. I may be inside or outside the triangle. I am a common point on some perpendiculars to the sides of a triangle. Yes. Up here.
Autocenter. Autocenter.
That's incorrect. I continue. I am equidistant from the vertices of a triangle. I am the point of intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of the sides. Yes, Jemima.
Secure center.
You are right. Reading the fifth clue, 3 points. 3 points. That's the end of the fifth round. the end of the contest, here are the final scores. KROBO Girls Senior High School has 29 points. PREMPEH College has 45 points. West Africa Senior High School has 52 points. As we are in the money zone, I have some announcements to make. GCB Bank is donating the following. KROBO Girls Senior High School, you will receive a total amount of 1,160 Ghana cedis for 3 contestants and 1 teacher. PREMPEH College will receive a total amount of 1,800 Ghana cedis for 3 contestants, 1 teacher. And West Africa Senior High School will receive a total amount of 2,080 Ghana cedis for 3 contestants and 1 teacher. In addition to that, Bond Savings and Loans is donating an amount of 1,000 Ghana cedis to the winning team. Thank you. KROBO Girls, thank you for being here. This was a tough contest. Jemima, you owe me that joke. Best wishes. PREMPEH College, thank you for being here and for giving us a good contest. I know you were hoping to go to the final. Unfortunately, today didn't work out. What was too much. Best wishes, best wishes. West Africa Senior High School. Congratulations on winning the contest. Very well done. Well done. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the grand finale. Congrats, congrats. Viewers, thank you very much for joining us for this really exciting semi-final contest. There's one contest left. I don't think you want to miss it for anything. If you've been with us from the beginning, why would you want to miss the end? So please make your plans for the grand finale, which will be featuring West Africa Senior High School, St. Peter's Senior High School, and Adesadal College. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBE, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Horti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana, and SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Chalo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a prime time production. Thank you for joining us and see you next time. Bye.